Hi everybody, welcome to Dicey Rolls. I'm Ronnie, and in this video I'm going to show you this hobby and gaming desk that I built for myself. First I'll show you my old setup that I had really quick, then I'll show you the parts of the build and some of like the tips and tricks that I found most helpful and some of the design elements that if you go to build like a hobby or gaming desk like this that you might want to incorporate or think about. And then finally I'll show you the transformation of going from my old setup to the current one I got now. I hope you enjoy it.
Alright, let's look at this mess before we do anything. Got a computer area. A lot of stuff just kind of gets caught over here. Some paint, some minis. This is my kind of painting station. It's a little cramped. I do really like that vertical space though for having my minis out, kind of reminding me to keep painting them and having my paints at the ready. A little mini fridge. Keep some stuff cold, and then it kind of doubles as a little bit more desk space, so I'm looking to get a lot more efficient system. And so much stuff winds up under here. This is where my feet should go, but I keep a little trash can there and paper towel for like dry brushing and cleaning brushes and paints and stuff, and the airbrush compressor. So I think I can figure out a much better system, and I'll kind of show what I come up with at the end. Okay. Big crafting painting area. Boom. Boom. Monitor on each side. They're not going to be two monitors to one computer. I want to run one computer with the tower underneath and one computer with the tower underneath. With having a spot for the tower, this is going to be laying flat underneath, but tower will run here. I don't want to waste that space. We got storage running all the way across the back, then room for the other tower. You can imagine if this kind of falls under, the tower will be right underneath and the monitors above for each of them. Underneath each side, we're going to have over there on the floor, I've got two little keyboard and mouse trays that are going to come out, and we're going to put one nice little kind of hobby drawer to keep utensils. I'm thinking like X-Acto knives and Sharpies and stuff like that. Some of the supplies I don't always need to, want to put away. Middle shelf, this is going to go across between two legs in the back. It's going to give it a little bit extra stability. I'm thinking I can kind of keep some of my either airbrush supplies or spray primer cans, different stuff kind of on there. Boom, custom, tear out, did it by hand, not going to find that anywhere else. Here's the legs. We got a little notch out, so here, let's go picture this. If we're on the side here, this leg's going to slot in like that, and then if this is laying down, there's a little spot there where that's going to get glued and kind of hammered into place. Keep everything nice and snug, nice and square. So that is all of the components, and I'll take a shot when I get this thing totally together. I've got the desk flipped upside down. I just wanted to show this layout. This is kind of a nice way to measure things out to do these. They're not drawers, but I'm using drawer slides for these two keyboard and mouse trays. And I've got these already done on the sides. Those are in place and pocket hold. They're done in. Same thing over with this one. And so to make sure everything kind of lines up really square and that I have good spacing here, I'm not going to measure everything out and add it up I mean, I've kind of done that and calculated it, but I'm just going to set the drawer slide, the tray itself, the other drawer slide, a little 16th inch spacer. This is like the back of the calendars at work. I get them from all my colleagues, and I just use them for little templates and stuff, or for crafting. So I give that little spacer, and that just gives me just enough breathing room when this is all said and done. And bend the tabs out a little bit on the drawer slides. It should be nice and smooth. But when I do that, and I kind of mirror the same thing over on this side, got another little bit for spacer. I go kind of crisscross to see if I'm square for when I put the drawer in, for the little hobby supplies and the X-Acto knife and the spare paint brushes and little doodads and stuff. I'm 29.5 inches each one, just dead on. So I know that that's nice and square. So I got this all laid out now with that spacer, and I'm just going to use these to clamp it up. Take the spacers out. I guess I don't have to do that, but pocket hole these in, and then all my little supports that all the drawer slides are going to go onto, I know are going to be absolutely where I need them to be. So just a little trick should make things go a little smoother. Hey everybody, I just want to give you a quick tip if you try to do some drawers for gaming discs like this, or really drawers for any project. This is something that I picked up from talking to some fellow woodworkers when I was first going to do drawers, and I've also seen it in a couple of different videos, and I picked it up before I ever tried a drawer, so I don't know what it's like to do it without this, but I think this is very helpful. Take a look at the rails that you get on the inside. So they kind of slide, and this is the part that's going to be moving. It's on your drawer. Whoops. This is the part that's going to be on your drawer. And this other chunky part is going to be like fixed into the desk itself. What you want to do is take a little screwdriver, get underneath these flaps, pry them up a little bit. They're going to be very easy to bend back down, even just as the drawer closes. And what you do then is you give yourself a little bit of extra space. You go like a 1/16 of an inch, or maybe a little bit over. I think an eighth might be quite a bit. But if you have a 1/16 on each side, anywhere from that to an eighth, maybe a 1/16 and an eighth on one side, this will help kind of even that out. So as it's kind of gliding back and forth, the slides will be able to have a little bit of play. If you're not perfectly square, if you're a 1/16 extra on your drawer in the front and an eighth on the back, doing something like this, and just taking the screws, only don't sail them right in, just make them snug. They'll support the slides just fine, and they'll have a little bit of give for that flap to kind of bend back down, whatever it needs to accommodate your drawer slide. So it was a tip that I found incredibly helpful. I just wanted to relay that to anybody who's watching the video and wants to give this a try at home. What? What is it? Are you in there?
No.
Are you stuck in the camera?
No.
Yeah, oh, you got Pringles in your mouth. Okay. Where do you want your Pringles? Do you want to eat them out here? Here's where
charging babe.
Do you like Daddy's desk?
No.
No. Just want to show a quick little tour of the desk kind of in action. Really like how this worked out and all the storage and space that I got with this. So little spots underneath the computer monitors can kind of catch a bunch of stuff and get them out of the way. A whole lot of room to paint. Eventually I think I want to get either make myself or get some of those nice little modular paint and hobby supplies kind of things. I think it's Hobby Zone is the company. They have like a modular workshop thing, which I think would be really helpful here, because then you'd really have a nice little U shape or L shape kind of surface area to kind of work, and that could be cool, something down the road. But nice space to paint. I can keep the trash can in the middle, and each side I've got the two. Each computer kind of has room for each chair by itself. That's so nice. And then I don't know if this orientation will kind of change, you know, between some of the spray cans, keep the airbrush down there when it's not in use, and then other things that are kind of less frequently used up on that middle shelf too. I don't know how I'll change that, you know, as I'm kind of working with things, kind of make stuff more convenient, but it's just nice to have everything out of the way and have space for your feet to sit when you're in the chair there. I really am pleased with how well the soft close kind of came out. It looks really good. The desks close nice, and these are really deep desks. They go, you know, the length of the I took up all the space that I could, because, you know, for this type of desk, like hobbying and modeling, it's nice to have just a lot of flat space for all this stuff to go. So I've got the one thin, and I got a second thin one right underneath it too, so able to get a lot of stuff out of the way there. I really like that. So that kind of helps separate the two spaces as well. And I still kind of have enough space to keep models, projects out while I'm kind of working on them, keep them from being out of sight, out of mind, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm just really digging this space, and especially because that really awkward L setup, now that desk that was here doesn't encroach near as much as like where the gaming table and other stuff in the room is. So this is just nice up against one wall, and really pleased with it. I had enough with some offcuts to make a little shelf on the wall for the Xbox and everything. So before that, my cord management felt really good, but it kind of blew up. I don't know. We'll kind of reevaluate that, I guess. But it gets all of the gaming stuff, you know, the Xbox, the computers, all the tabletop kind of games, and all my hobby stuff area, all in one room. So just really happy with that. I'm really pleased with how this desk came out. I really like the storage I'm getting from the shelves and the drawers, and I'm really excited since it's kind of a two-seater here. As my kids are growing up, to be able to hobby with them, kind of side by side, putting minis together, painting them, teaching them, you know, kind of the ropes of the hobby and everything like that. Both playing like tabletop stuff, and then also playing computer games kind of side by side with them too. I think there's going to be a lot of memories at this desk, and I'm really excited for that. If you liked this video, we really appreciate your support. Liking the video itself or subscribing to the channel really helps us grow. And if you want to see more of this table or desk, I'm going to be doing a series where I teach my friend Rob to paint minis starting from absolutely zero experience. I think we're going to call it his Couch to 5K painting journey. So if that sounds interesting to you, or if you want to help a friend along on a similar journey, we hope to see you again.